Okay guys, listen to this. This is my journal from when I first started my business. September 2nd. I sell 4 branding packages. I sell 4 logo packages. I sell 4 website packages. I sell 4 complete branding packages. I easily hit my sales goal of $20,000 this month and have a calm and stress-free month. I stay on top of everything. So this was my journal entry from when I started my business. I honestly thought that I was gonna make $20,000 in my first month of business. I didn't know how long it actually takes to become successful. There's so much talk online about how I made $100,000 in 2 seconds or $20,000 in your first month of business that I was genuinely shocked when I didn't have my first 20K month. And this was literally like the first month of me doing this entrepreneurship thing. And I think that's a problem, and that's what I want to talk about today. What is the truth of entrepreneurship? How long is it going to take you to be successful? And how much work are you going to have to do to be successful? If you don't like the truth, if you don't like the reality, this is not for you. So, first question, how long is it gonna take? Mine took a little longer than most. I think I took a little longer to be successful than most people do. But the truth is, you should not expect to quit your job, let's say, for the first couple of years of your business. It's gonna be a part-time thing. Wake up really early in the morning, stay up really late in the evening, work around kids, your job, everything. It's not easy, right? Like that's just the truth is like for most people, we don't, and the money comes. And there's a lot of toxic narrative right now in our industry where it's like, journal your way to clients. What do you think I was doing? I was trying to journal my way to clients. If you're feeling like it's taking way too long, I want to normalize that for you. I want you to understand that if you think the timeline to go from point A to point B is this much, like let's just say this much, it's like this much. It takes so much time to become successful, and you're stressing yourself out and putting all this pressure on yourself unnecessarily. And I will tell you a truth of the universe, the truth of the law of attraction, which is when you hold really tight to an outcome, you don't get it. You never receive it. The only way for you to start making significant amount of money is by relaxing about the timeline and just. So what I want to do now is I want to talk about, a general one-size-fits-all timeline for what you can expect in terms of making money. Again, everybody's a little different. This is general. First 6 months, you're not going to make any money. Most people do not make money at all in the first 6 months. If people tell you they made money in the first 6 months of their business because they already knew how to do something else and they're like applying it to a new business. For nearly 100% of the people, you're not going to make any money at all in the first 6 months. Again, that's normal. In the first year, you might make $20,000 a month. Give or take, $15,000 to $20,000. What did I say per month? $20,000 a month. Yeah, no. But in general, most people really aren't going to exceed $15,000 to $20,000 in the first year business. If you make that, you had a great year, pat yourself on the back. $20,000 in your first year, awesome. Second year, the main goal is to keep it consistent, right? So if you are making $2,000 a month, let's try to spend the whole year making $2,000 every single month. Because when we start to get consistent income coming in, even if it's not a lot of consistent income, we're starting to create a world in which we can quit our job and do this full time and have that time freedom. And that's really, really important because once you quit your job, you get an extra 40 hours per week. And that's when you can really replace your living. In your third year, if you are scaling correctly, leveraging time correctly, probably in some kind of mentorship, really being visible, really like creating valuable content, that's when you'll make $100,000 or more. That's $8,000 every single month. You have to be providing a lot of value to a lot of people in order to do that. Again, some people do it sooner, some people take longer than 3 years. I hit 7 figures in 2020, in May of 2020, and I had been in business since August of 2013. So I had basically been in business for 7 years before I hit 7 figures. And I kind of feel like I hit it faster than most people. I feel like it takes a lot of people even longer, in my opinion, to hit 7 figures. And I've maintained that 2020, 2021, 2022, now we're in 2023. I'm maintaining that 7-figure status, which I think is really, really important, at least for me. I'm a big consistency fan. What is the takeaway from this? Timeline is way longer than you think. You're not gonna make $100,000 in your first year business unless you're a unicorn. And if you are, I wanna meet you.
That was such a good line.
Because I just don't believe you, that's the truth. Okay, second thing, and I'm so excited. I was going through storage and I found this notebook and I really want to show it to you because I'm very, very excited. I'm not seeing when it was published, but either 2017 or 2016, this is a notebook that I bought. This is going to give you insight into the second part of this, which is not how long it's going to take, but how much work is going to be involved. Because I can promise you, as you are sitting here watching this YouTube video, you have no idea how much work it takes to become successful. You just don't. You cannot wrap your mind around it. There's not a single piece of paper on this notebook that isn't filled in. what's going on with this? Well, this page is a sales call. 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 All of these, literally all of these, happened on the same day, January 8th. And at the top, you can see it circled. So that's 1, 2, 7 sales calls in one day. And this whole notebook is filled with this. This was when I was doing branding and web design. I was selling logo packages for around $4,000 a pop, and I took sales calls to sell them. Some of you watching this probably at one point had a sales call with me. I had over 100 sales calls every single month for years. And that's how I was making $200,000 to $300,000 a month. Now, a year, yeah. When was the last time you had 7 sales calls in one day? The truth of the matter is, you can make and we made a whole video on this. It was your business is failing and it's your fault. The honest truth is, and this is where the hope with it, this is where the hope with the whole message comes in, which is all of this is in your control. And once you understand how much work is involved, you can decide, do I actually want this or not? Am I willing to put the work that's required to have the successful business? Because right now, let me tell you, here's the cool thing. I have a business that pulls in $100,000 in cash every single month, whether I work or not. I took the last 4 months off because I had a baby, and my business actually had our best quarter to date. We've never had a better quarter. And I had nothing to do with that. I was completely off. So all of these sales call, same day, April 1st, April 1st, April 1st, April 1st, April 1st, April 1st. Like this is the whole notebook this is one notebook. I have like 12 more of this. This is what it actually means to build a successful business. If you want to separate yourself from the other, there's 200,000 women entrepreneurs in my Facebook group alone. If you want to be one of the 200,000 of those 200,000 women, you want to be somebody that succeeds, where a lot of those people unfortunately aren't going to, it's the work ethic. And the people that I hire at my company, they might not have all the skills, but they have the work ethic and they're able to be trained. They're very coachable. And so if you have work ethic, you will be successful. Now that you have this information, you can make a decision. Do I actually want to be an online entrepreneur? If it really does take 7 sales calls a day, is that something I'd be willing to do? It might not take you 7 sales calls. It could be that you have to write 14 blog posts a month. Whatever work you think it's going to need to get you to become successful, if you multiply that by 10, that's actually the amount of work you need to do. Somewhere in this journal, my first ever journal, there was a vision that I wrote down where I lived in a house right on the ocean. I heard the ocean when I went to sleep. Let me tell you, the life that I have now is even better than what I imagined. I do live right on the ocean, right on the beach. The part that I didn't write about was my daughter, that I get to spend a ton of time with, that I didn't even know was gonna be as amazing as it is. All of these sales calls that I took, the 7 a day, 6 a day, 8 a day, whatever it was so worth it. And it is allowing me to live this amazing life that I have now, but I earned it. Nobody can tell me that I didn't earn this. I earned it. Entrepreneurship is hard work and it takes a long time, but it is 1000% worth it.